my emotions, darling. Stress, 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 stress.
It just keeps happening. Alright, so Twilight's on her way back from her weekly horn polishing session with Princess Celestia when she sees these two little fillies trying to cream pie each other. Now, she sits them down and explains that that's not something you should do in public, but it gives her an idea. So she rounds the girls up and holy shit, it's the old journal. And I'm just like, man, I've still got some of my old Playboys from middle school and they're in better shape than this thing. And Rarity's like,
What is that thing? Why is it so smelly?
now this is a part where I'm supposed to go all wink wink nudge nudge and be like, well, that's something you never want to hear your waifu say, am I right? But fuck that, I'll take it. If we even got to the point where she's looking at it and not screaming, I must have done something right. And Twilight's like, Jesus fucking Christ, you guys, how did you fuck our book up so badly? This is a record of the most defining moments of our lives together and you treated it like a jizz rag. Yeah, we put all our love into it. Pinky, that's gross. Anyway, Starlight just happens to know a spell for reblogging books, so I'm sending one to each of you. You know, Twilight, that seems like the kind of spell you would know, doesn't it? No, remember guys, Starlight is me now, I'm Celestia, and Celestia's, a really nice lady? Yes, that. Let's go with that. Anyway, I was thinking, like, why don't we put this shit on the internet? I feel like people might be able to learn something from it. And we're just like, well, I guess that'd be fine as long as the folks who read it are intelligent, reasonable people, and we aren't overly sensitive about any feedback we might receive. And AJ's like, I don't know, bro. Don't you think letting a bunch of strangers read our most intimate personal thoughts might bite us in the ass somehow? Like, we already get enough attention as it is. What if everyone starts bugging us about it all the time or fucking around in our personal lives? And Dash is like, dude, AJ, what are you so worried about? You make it sound like our only audience is gonna be the most obnoxious and socially inept people in Equestria. Yeah, that's true. No reason to assume a worst case scenario, right? So, they published their book on the Pony Internet and Twiggy runs into AB, who's fucking stoked because it's helping them sell tickets for their spring break butt stamp beach camp, and she's all,
The purpose of the journal isn't supposed to be marketing.
and for some reason, all of a sudden, I got this sinking feeling in my stomach, and I felt a little nauseous, but whatever, it's probably just that family-sized bag of frozen tendies and one too many beers. Anyway, so Glimmy's filling in for Spike this episode, and they're on their way home, and they run into a group of annoying, awkward faggots. Huh. I wonder who these guys are supposed to represent. Look, I'm going to dispense with the act. We all know what this episode is and what's going on here. Remember back in season 6 when we had that episode and I said we'd reached the singularity? Well, who knew it was fucking possible, but we've gone beyond. That singularity has destabilized the flow of space-time and now we're in some Donnie Darko style tangent universe and frankly, I'm just waiting for the fucking jet engine to crash through my roof and release me from this hell. It was supposed to be a dream. For 22 minutes a week, I didn't have to worry about the fact that I'm a 30-year-old man who spends every waking moment jacking off and watching cartoons. I could almost believe that there's some sort of intrinsic morality and virtue in this world and that I might be capable of understanding and living by it. But I didn't deserve it. We didn't deserve it. We were just too fucking autistic, weren't we? We didn't learn the lessons they were trying to teach us. We just obsessed over and whined about a bunch of extraneous details. So in order to plant the ideas, they had to go one level deeper. They created a book, a representation of this show within the cartoon itself, accompanied by projections of us, and then used the interactions of these two constructs to mimic our own relationship with the show. Don't you see? It's autismception. So Twigglywigs and Glimmyglam run into Butterball and she's just getting fucking reamed by these guys here and she's like, guys, I don't get it. You're bitching at us over a bunch of irrelevant minutia and completely ignoring the actual message of the book. And they're like, oh my god, guys, look, she's mad. She can't handle criticism. I'm not mad. I'm just trying to get you to look at the actual point of the thing because I think you could actually learn something from it. Now she's mad and making excuses. We win. We won an argument against a famous person. Jesus Christ, never mind. Then they go to gonna check on rarity, and okay, I take back every other time I've used this caption. This is where it belongs. And she's all, darling, my dude, people are saying mean things about me on the internet. What do I do? And Twice's like, just ignore them, man. What does that even mean? Like, just don't talk to them? Okay, so I type out my reply and I hit post. Where does the ignoring come in? No, you just have to not reply. But if I don't reply, how will I tell them they're wrong? You don't. This doesn't fucking make any sense! No, it makes sense. You're just acting like a fucking lunatic. And then AJ's like,
I'm popular, Twilight. I'm popular and I don't like it one bit.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we know we're in a tangent universe. People actually appreciate Applejack. So basically, every member of the cast has some sort of nervous breakdown, and Twice's like, dude, this is all my fault. And Glamour's like, it's not your fault specifically. Well, then whose is it? Literally everyone's. Those guys out there are a bunch of whiny, belligerent spurgs, and you guys are all being a bunch of pussies. When you put something out on the internet or any kind of content anywhere, really, people are gonna criticize it. And of course, when that happens, you're gonna defend it. The thing is, no part of this process has to devolve into a screaming match as long as you aren't faggots about it. This didn't have to be a disaster, but the people following you around and dissecting this shit are socially retarded, and you guys are way too fucking sensitive. So wait, you're saying that the solution to this problem is that everyone involved just needs to grow the fuck up and relax? Exactly. So there's no actual solution then? Nope, it's gonna keep happening forever, and we're all fucked. Then these guys show back up and they're like,
we just wanted to say thank you to all of you. Yeah, our friendship? Well, we were having trouble until we read your journal. It showed us that friends can go through all sorts of tough times and come through stronger than before.
see, my dude, you're looking at this all wrong. Yeah, having a bunch of fans might be a pain in the ass sometimes, and yeah, a lot of them will be annoying, shitty, autistic sacks of cocks, but it's all worth it in the end because some of those fans will give you something so valuable and meaningful that it justifies all the bullshit you have to go through to reach them. They'll give you money. And the rain will kill us.